Hi, I'm Holly. I'm currently here recording my how I found out I was pregnant video. I've wanted to start YouTube for a while now, but never really had the reason to. Obviously there's a lot of girls who are great at makeup and hair and fashion, but yeah, quite frankly I am not that girl. So when I found out I was pregnant, I thought this was a great opportunity to start a channel. There's so many videos, so many ideas that I have for this channel already, and I love watching the likes of Jamie and Nikki vlogs. I love watching them, so I just thought it would be lovely for me to have my own. At first I wasn't going to do it publicly, I was just going to record videos and keep them for myself. The reason for that being, since I've been pregnant and I have spoken to family members etc about their pregnancies, a lot of the time I've heard, oh, I can't really remember. I just find that bizarre. Yeah, I don't want to not remember. I just think it would be so nice to have things to look back on. So yeah, I just thought I would start this channel. So today I am doing a how I found out I was pregnant. Basically, where do we start? Me and my fiance had been on holiday to Australia and Bali. Well, we'd actually been to visit my sister because she lives in Perth. So we'd had a lovely relaxing time there. Come back to absolute madness at work. Obviously it was Christmas, December time. Really busy at my work especially. So when I started to feel run down, I just thought, I've gone from having this relaxing holiday and coming back to absolute madness. No wonder I'm feeling run down. And as well, I'm always ill at Christmas time, no matter what. My birthday is the 20th of December, and every year without fail I am ill. I'm ill for my birthday and I'm ill for Christmas. It's just a known thing. I think I've maybe had 2 years where I've been okay in my whole 24 years. So yeah, I was feeling ill at work, and I remember there was one day I was sick. I had to run to the toilet and I went home early because I was just, yeah, felt terrible. But then the next day I was fine again. So yeah, went to work, and then a few days later I remember being at work again and I was just exhausted. Not tired, nothing like I'd ever felt before. I was exhausted. Couldn't even explain it. I felt like I just could have fell asleep with my head against the wall. Like it was bizarre. So, but at this point, yeah, I just thought I'm just getting a bug. A lot of people at work had been ill, so I thought I'm just picking tail ends of that up. Hence why I was okay one day, not the next. Even though I was 6 days late at this point or something, I just thought, yeah, whatever. I was late the month before due to a water infection and I had antibiotics, so I just thought, yeah, like I'm not usually late, I'm usually quite regular, but because of that I just thought, yeah, it's just because of that, it's fine. So yeah, I didn't feel well at all, and it was Christmas time. So one day my mum, we always go and do the food shopping together, she was coming around my house and we're going to do the Christmas food shopping, and I remember I just felt like crap. I was white, I was as white as a ghost. I had my hair scraped back, it was greasy, no makeup on. Like, I don't wear makeup all the time, but I looked horrendous. I would never usually go out publicly like that, especially around where I live where I know everybody. Yeah, I looked horrendous. And my mum said, God, you look ill. So we were out doing the Christmas shopping anyway, and I just remember picking up the patty. I was picking which flavour patty I wanted, and I just remember looking at it. And for some reason, something in me knew. It was like, yeah, you're not going to be eating that. It wasn't me. It was as if I had a little devil or angel or another mind on my shoulder saying, you can't eat that. So for some reason I just knew I wasn't going to be eating it. But even then, I didn't think I was pregnant. For some reason it just never occurred to me. I just thought, yeah, like, it's never happened before, why now? So yeah, I just never really thought of it. And it was actually my mum that kept saying, if you took a pregnancy test, call it mother's instinct. But she knew. She had asked me if I had took a pregnancy test because she had a feeling I was pregnant before I was even late. Which I found a bit weird. So anyway, we went to Wetherspoons for our breakfast. I was absolutely starving, even though I'd felt ill. So I'd gone from feeling ill to starving, and I was sat waiting for the food, and then the food came, and I could have been sick. I looked at it and I had to run to the toilet. I wasn't sick, but I could have been sick. And then I come and sat back down, and I looked at the food and I thought, oh my god, amazing, and I ate the whole lot. So yeah, I'd gone from feeling sick to hungry, to sick, to starving and eating it, and I just thought, and at this point my mum said, like, Holly, I really think we should go and get a pregnancy test today. Obviously you haven't been well and you're just a bit weird. And then we actually stood up to leave Wetherspoons, because even when she said that I was like, oh yeah, whatever. Stood up and I completely blacked out. I was so dizzy, I felt drunk. So at this point I was like, yeah, let's go and get that pregnancy test. So I went home and I went in the toilet, and even when I was doing the pregnancy test, I done it, like as I was doing it, I didn't think that I was pregnant. I don't know why, I was just doing it as if to say, oh, it'll just shut my mum up more than anything. I think she really wanted me to do, because she wanted me to be pregnant. She is a grandma already, but like I say, my sister lives in Australia, so she doesn't see him much, and I think she's always wanted me to have one. So yeah, she could have one that's like here all the time. So yeah, I think she wanted me to be, well, I know she wanted me to be. So I was doing it, and straight away it came up with two lines, two very clear, solid lines. I went into panic mode. I don't know why. We've never used the term that we were trying, but yeah, like I say, we've been together 6 years, we're engaged, we own our own house. We'd always said if it happened, we'd be happy. It was just a case of, if it happens, it happens. We would be happy. We weren't trying, but obviously the wedding is in April, so we would have had to got to a point where we would have had to, yeah, start being careful, start taking precautions, so I wasn't like 9 months pregnant with my breast. So yeah, it was positive, and I just remember completely blacking out and shaking and kind of like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I just remember screaming for my mum. She was in the kitchen and she automatically knew that I was. She'd seen the test and she was jumping up and down so excited, like, oh, it's lovely. And for some reason I was just like, what on earth, what's going on? I was shaking, I was just kind of fell into her arms, I blacked out again. So I think my mum thought at this point it would be a great idea to video call Ross. He was at work. I didn't really have a say in the matter, to be honest. I think she had good intentions, because Ross has always been like, everyone in my family knows that he's kind of like wanted kids for a while. Well, not for a while, he's only 26, but you know, he would have happily had it like a year ago or whatever. Whereas I was always kind of like, oh, we can still wait a couple of years, like there's no rush, just see what happens. So yeah, she rang him and he was at work, and obviously getting a phone call from my mum, he's not expecting me standing there with a positive pregnancy test. So he kind of was like, oh my god, I'll have to ring you back. Like, he was on the landing at work with the customers walking past. So yeah, I was like, I'll ring you back. And to be honest, when he rang back, I still can't even remember what happened. I was an absolute mess. Bearing in mind I'd done the test at 1:30ish and I was starting work at 2, so that just goes to show I was literally just doing it to be like, yeah, just get out of the way, shut my mouth. So I went to work and I had to tell my manager straight away, because I work for Royal Mail, I am a postie, and luckily at this point I was in office over Christmas, but I had to tell them regardless, because you're still lifting heavy parcels. And obviously I was due to go back on delivery the week after, no, 10 days after. And obviously, you know, like, you have a lot of heavy bags and you walk 10 miles a day. Obviously walking's fine, but yeah, the heavy bags is not, so I'd have to trolley or whatever, so they had to know. And I remember being at work and I did have a bit of a panic, because I had been having awful pains in my left hand side, really sharp pains, but I just thought I was getting a sickness bug. I had been sick, and also I thought with it being Christmas, really busy, I was overworked, I was lifting, carrying things, I just thought I'd pulled something. But as soon as obviously I knew I was pregnant, the first thing that went into my mind was ectopic pregnancy. I am a bit of a health anxiety freak. So yeah, my mind just went into overdrive. I rang 111 while I was at work, and they advised that I'd go to the hospital to get checked. Luckily all was well, it wasn't an ectopic. To be honest, it probably felt worse than what it was from the minute I found out I was pregnant, because I automatically assumed that it was ectopic pregnancy, so I probably made it worse than what it was just by overthinking it. So that was fine. I'm not going to lie, I haven't had the smoothest pregnancy since. I've been sick since day one of finding out. I think obviously the first time that I was sick, it was just nerves, because I was like, yeah, I was shocked. And yeah, I've been sick every day since. one point it was up to 10 times a day, and I ended up in hospital on a drip, hyperemesis it's called, can't even say the second part of it. And I'm on tablets every day now. I'm having an alright day today, but yesterday I was ill. I don't think it's going to go. I think I'm going to be sick up until the day that I give birth. So yeah, that's fun. People keep asking now, obviously being 22.5 weeks pregnant, have you got everything ready yet? And no, we haven't. Like, should we? I'm very superstitious, so I didn't buy any clothing, not even anything. I hardly even looked at anything until I'd had the 12-week scan. And when we had the 20 weeks, so I had the 12-week scan, bought a few clothes, but even then we weren't finding out what we're having, and obviously you don't know then anyway what you're having, so they were just neutral clothes, not really many. And then I didn't want to buy anything else until my 20-week scan. 20-week scan, no, we did not find out what we were having. Like I say, we didn't want to know. So yeah, now that we've had that, it's kind of like all go. I have got a breathable Moses basket, just one thing we've got. A couple of bits here and there. Bought a few things last night, like little towels, and I'm just getting things as I see them, to be honest. But yeah, we need to start getting the bigger things and ordering the pram, which we are going to do this week, which I'm excited about because I've known what pram I've wanted it before I was even pregnant. So yeah, we're going to start with all that. I have a lot of other videos in mind that I'm going to do. I'm going to try and get them up once a week at least. Obviously I am working and I am planning for a baby, so it's quite a go at the minute, all a bit busy, but I am going to try my absolute best to get one up at least once a week. And I'm going to try and might even vlog all the way up until I have the baby, and obviously after as well. So yeah, it'll be nice to look back on. I would really like it if you would subscribe to this channel, and obviously if you would follow me on Instagram as well, that would be really nice. I'd really appreciate it. Obviously this is my first video. I need to stop saying obviously. So I have been a bit nervous. It is very nerve-wracking putting yourself out there, but yeah, why not? So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.